Have you ever felt manipulated by a narcissist? They can make you feel guilty, worthless, or constantly overshadowed. Today, I'll share a powerful secret to expose them instantly, with just one simple question. Yes, a single question can reveal their true nature and prevent further manipulation. Don't miss it. Learn how to expose a narcissist in this video. 1. When you need to set boundaries. The importance of boundaries. What are boundaries? In this context, boundaries refer to the principles and limits you establish to protect your emotional well-being, self-respect, and inner peace. For the average person, boundaries are fundamental requirements for demonstrating self-respect and respect for others. They represent a healthy assertion of personal autonomy and a recognition of the autonomy of others. These boundaries might encompass physical space, emotional expression, time commitments, and personal possessions. Respecting boundaries is a cornerstone of healthy relationships, fostering trust, understanding, and mutual consideration. Boundaries and narcissism. Individuals with narcissistic personality disorder not only disregard boundaries but also feel entitled to disregard them, viewing them as obstacles to their desires. They believe that everything, including the emotions and rights of others, should serve their needs and wants. This sense of entitlement stems from a profound lack of empathy and a grandiose sense of self-importance. Consequently, when you establish a boundary with a narcissist, they are unlikely to accept it and may react negatively. These reactions can range from subtle manipulation and passive aggression to overt hostility and attempts to undermine your boundaries. Understanding the narcissistic disregard for boundaries is crucial in navigating interactions with such individuals and protecting your own well-being. Establishing and maintaining clear, consistent boundaries is paramount in these situations, requiring both assertiveness and a firm commitment to self-preservation. The reaction of a narcissist to rejection. Responding to a simple refusal. When you say no or establish a boundary, a narcissist may feel insulted and unable to accept it. They do not understand boundaries as a self-protective act. Instead, they perceive them as an attack on their ego. They will attempt to persuade or manipulate you into changing your decision. Manipulative questioning. When you refuse a request or defend your boundaries, a narcissist will often ask questions such as, "Why not?" or "Why won't you do this for me?" These questions are not genuine inquiries but rather a means to evoke guilt within you, making you feel compelled to explain or alter your decision. This manipulative tactic aims to undermine your autonomy and reassert their control. The narcissist's inability to accept rejection stems from a deep-seated insecurity and an inflated sense of self-importance. They believe they are entitled to what they want, regardless of the impact on others. Therefore, any refusal is perceived as a personal affront, triggering a range of defensive behaviors, including anger, sulking, or even aggressive retaliation. Understanding these manipulative tactics is crucial in setting and maintaining healthy boundaries with narcissistic individuals. It's important to remember that your decision is valid, and you are not obligated to justify your choices to them. Maintaining firm boundaries, while remaining respectful, is key to protecting your emotional well-being in these interactions. Why narcissists test boundaries. Testing and manipulation are common tactics employed by narcissists. They view boundary violations as a means of asserting power and control, successfully influencing you to alter your plans or acquiesce to their desires is perceived as a victory, encouraging further attempts to test your limits. Their motivations are not rooted in understanding or empathy, but rather in control and exploitation. The goal is to leverage the relationship for personal gain, seeking opportunities to enhance their power and benefit themselves. This behavior stems from a deep-seated need for validation and a profound lack of empathy, leading them to disregard the feelings and needs of others. The subtle, and sometimes overt, challenges to your boundaries are not accidental. They are calculated attempts to establish dominance and reinforce their sense of superiority within the dynamic. Understanding this manipulative pattern is crucial in protecting your own well-being and establishing healthy boundaries within the relationship. Establishing and maintaining boundaries with a narcissist. The most crucial aspect of setting boundaries with a narcissist is maintaining your position firmly and consistently, without the need for extensive explanation or justification. Simple, yet assertive statements such as, "I'm unable to agree with that," or "that doesn't work for me," Effectively communicate your limits while preserving your composure and preventing entanglement in unnecessary arguments. Avoiding the need for explanation is paramount. Narcissists will often attempt to pressure you into justifying your refusal, a tactic designed to manipulate and undermine your boundaries. Therefore, unwavering consistency in upholding your boundaries, without providing lengthy justifications, is key to successfully managing the interaction. Remember, your well-being and emotional health are paramount, and setting clear boundaries is a vital step in protecting yourself from manipulative behaviors. By remaining calm, assertive, and consistent in your communication, you can effectively navigate these challenging interactions and maintain a healthy distance from potentially harmful behaviors. The question, exposing narcissistic behavior. A powerful question. When a narcissist continues to manipulate and disregard boundaries. A simple yet powerful question can be, it seems you're only concerned with your needs. And not mine. Is that correct? This question directly points out their selfish nature, forcing them to confront their behavior without a way to evade it. Their reaction. After you ask this question, the narcissist may react strongly, perhaps with anger, defensiveness, or even playing the victim. But none of their responses will show genuine concern for your needs. They will only try to make you feel guilty or blame you. Maintaining composure during conversations with narcissists can be challenging. To avoid becoming entangled in their emotional manipulations and reactive behaviors, a helpful technique is to silently hum or sing a simple tune, such as, "Happy Birthday," internally. This seemingly simple act serves as a powerful grounding mechanism, effectively shielding you from the negative emotional currents a narcissist might attempt to generate. By focusing on this internal rhythm, you maintain a sense of calm and centeredness, preventing impulsive or emotionally charged responses. This mindful approach allows for a more measured and considered reaction, enabling you to navigate the conversation with greater clarity and self-control. The key is to cultivate a sense of internal stability, using the song as an anchor to prevent being swept away by the narcissist's attempts to destabilize you emotionally. This technique promotes a more objective perspective, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than reactively. 2. When you confront their falsehoods. The reasons behind a narcissist's deception are multifaceted and stem from a deep-seated need to protect their fragile ego. Intolerant of criticism or failure, which would undermine their inflated sense of self-importance. Narcissists frequently fabricate narratives and employ deception as a defense mechanism. This allows them to avoid facing criticism and admitting fault, thus preserving their carefully constructed image of superiority. This self-preservation extends to maintaining control over others. Lying becomes a tool for manipulation, enabling them to exert power and influence. They may employ falsehoods to induce guilt, confusion, or self-doubt in their victims, thereby maintaining an advantageous position within the relationship and ensuring continued compliance. Furthermore, a significant motivation for deception lies in the narcissist's inherent need to evade responsibility for their actions. They consistently deflect blame onto others, often denying the very events that transpired, thus shielding themselves from the negative consequences of their behavior. This pattern of deception is not merely a sporadic occurrence but rather a deeply ingrained coping mechanism employed to maintain their idealized self-image and control their environment. Understanding these underlying motivations is crucial in navigating relationships with individuals exhibiting narcissistic traits. The reaction of a narcissist when confronted: denial and dismissal. When confronted with a lie, a narcissist will typically react with vehement denial. They may become angry, defensive, or even claim that you are overthinking or misunderstanding. This serves to overwhelm you and maintain their manipulative control of the situation. The tactic allows them to avoid accountability and deflect criticism. Blaming the victim. A common narcissistic strategy involves immediately turning the tables when confronted. The narcissist will make you feel as though you are at fault. They may blame you for questioning them, or even accuse you of attacking them. This maintains their control and allows them to shift blame rather than confronting their own wrongdoing. Redirecting attention, rather than acknowledging the lie. A narcissist may skillfully redirect the conversation to a different topic. This diversionary tactic serves to distract you from their deception and prevent further scrutiny of their behavior. This is a frequently employed technique in their manipulative repertoire. Understanding these common reactions can help you navigate interactions with narcissists more effectively, allowing you to better protect your own emotional well-being and set healthy boundaries. Confronting deception from a narcissist. A guide to maintaining boundaries. One of the most crucial aspects of confronting a narcissist's lies is to avoid being manipulated into feeling guilty. Narcissists are adept at making you believe you're overreacting or being overly sensitive. It's vital to maintain your composure and remember that asserting your truth and protecting your well-being are entirely justifiable actions. Your feelings are valid, and your right to express them should not be undermined. A common pitfall when dealing with a narcissist is the urge to over-explain why you know they're lying. This provides them with an opportunity to further manipulate the situation and twist your words. Instead of lengthy explanations, a concise and firm response such as, "That's not true," or "I don't accept that lie," is far more effective. This direct approach prevents them from diverting the conversation and avoids getting entangled in their web of deceit. To effectively confront the deception, highlight the discrepancies between their narrative and the verifiable truth. Present factual evidence calmly and clearly, focusing on the inconsistencies. However, it's important to manage expectations. Narcissists rarely admit fault or change their behavior easily. The goal of pointing out the truth isn't to elicit an apology or a change in their behavior, but rather to establish your boundaries and maintain clarity for yourself and any other involved parties. This act of self-preservation is crucial in protecting your emotional well-being. Remember, your focus should be on your own emotional health and maintaining your sense of self, not on changing the narcissist's behavior. Techniques for confronting direct questions. One effective method for confronting deception is to employ direct questioning. For example, you might ask, "Can you explain why you said that?" Or, "How do you reconcile the discrepancy between your statement and what I know to be true?" Such questions force a confrontation with the truth, though a truthful response shouldn't be expected. Nevertheless, this approach allows you to avoid unproductive arguments while maintaining your self-respect. The inherent value lies in prompting self-reflection and potentially exposing inconsistencies in their narrative. Even if a direct admission of falsehood doesn't occur, presenting concrete evidence. A more forceful tactic involves presenting concrete evidence when you know a narcissist is being dishonest. If you possess documentation, images, or any data that proves their inaccuracy, presenting this evidence can exert significant pressure. However, be prepared for continued denial or attempts at justification. The goal isn't necessarily to win an argument, but to establish a clear record of their dishonesty and to demonstrate your commitment to factual accuracy. This approach can be particularly effective when shared with others who might also be affected by the narcissist's behavior. Clarification and terminating the conversation. If the confrontation becomes tense or unproductive, the best course of action is to disengage. Phrases such as, "I don't have the time to continue this conversation," or "We cannot continue this discussion without honesty," can effectively end manipulative tactics and force the narcissist to recognize their inability to control the interaction. This assertive approach protects your emotional well-being and prevents further entanglement in their deceptive behavior. It's crucial to remember that setting boundaries is a key component of managing interactions with individuals prone to manipulation. By disengaging, you are not condoning their behavior, but rather prioritizing your own mental and emotional health. Accepting their unwillingness to admit fault. A crucial aspect of navigating relationships with narcissists lies in understanding their inherent reluctance to acknowledge their mistakes. They rarely, if ever, take responsibility for their actions, particularly their lies. Attempting to force an admission of guilt will likely prove futile and lead only to frustration. Instead, it's essential to accept that confrontation, in many cases, isn't about securing an apology or admission of wrongdoing, but rather about validating your own experience and upholding the truth. This approach prioritizes self-affirmation and the preservation of your own emotional well-being. Patience and self-preservation. When interacting with a narcissist, maintaining patience and prioritizing self-preservation are paramount. Their manipulative tactics and deceptive behaviors will continue, however. It's vital to establish and maintain firm boundaries, refusing to engage in unproductive arguments or be drawn into their games. This requires a conscious effort to disengage emotionally, recognizing that their actions are a reflection of their personality disorder, not a personal attack on you. Focus on protecting your mental and emotional health by limiting exposure and setting clear expectations for acceptable behavior. Remember that your well-being is paramount, and disengaging from conflict is often the most effective strategy. Seeking support from trusted friends, family, or a therapist can provide invaluable guidance and emotional support during this challenging process. 3. When you refuse to participate in their harmful actions. The harmful behaviors of narcissists. Narcissists engage in a range of manipulative behaviors that inflict significant emotional damage on their victims. One of the most prevalent is emotional manipulation, a tactic used to control and maintain power over others. This involves subtly influencing the emotions of those around them, often inducing feelings of guilt, inadequacy, or worthlessness. The narcissist might employ these tactics to maintain control, fostering a sense of dependence and preventing the victim from seeking independence. Another insidious behavior is emotional abuse, a form of psychological maltreatment that systematically degrades the victim's self-esteem. This can manifest in various ways, including verbal attacks, subtle criticisms, or a pervasive pattern of disregard and indifference. The constant barrage of negativity undermines the victim's confidence, creating a sense of perpetual inadequacy and fostering a belief that they are inherently flawed or unworthy. This constant undermining can lead to significant mental health challenges for the victim. Furthermore, narcissists frequently deflect responsibility for their actions, skillfully shifting blame onto others. This tactic serves to avoid accountability and maintain their idealized self-image. By projecting their shortcomings onto others, they avoid confronting their own flaws and maintain a sense of superiority. This manipulative behavior can leave victims feeling confused, guilty, and responsible for problems they did not create. Finally, the exploitation of trust is a common characteristic of narcissistic behavior. Narcissists often leverage the trust and goodwill of others to achieve their own selfish goals. This might involve soliciting financial assistance, demanding excessive amounts of time and energy, or seeking favors without reciprocation or even acknowledgement. Their focus remains solely on their own needs and desires, completely disregarding the emotional well-being and boundaries of those around them. This pattern of exploitation leaves victims feeling used, betrayed, and emotionally depleted. The importance of refusing to enable harmful behavior. Safeguarding your mental well-being. Enabling the manipulative and harmful behaviors of a narcissist can lead to significant emotional distress. Living in an environment characterized by constant conflict and manipulation can leave you feeling exhausted, anxious, and even depressed. Refusing to participate, however, is a crucial step in maintaining your emotional well-being and protecting your mental health. It allows you to prioritize self-care and create space for healing. Establishing and maintaining personal boundaries. By refusing to enable harmful behavior, you are actively setting and reinforcing healthy boundaries. You are clearly communicating that you will not tolerate manipulation or abuse. This act of self-preservation strengthens your self-respect and prevents the narcissist from undermining your autonomy and sense of self-worth. It empowers you to reclaim control over your life and interactions. Protecting healthy relationships. Choosing not to enable narcissistic behavior allows you to preserve your healthy relationships with individuals who do not engage in manipulative tactics. By distancing yourself from toxicity, you protect yourself from further harm and create space for nurturing connections with supportive and empathetic people. This is vital for building a strong support network that can provide comfort, understanding, and guidance during challenging times. Refusing to enable harmful behavior is an act of self-love and a commitment to fostering healthier, more fulfilling relationships. It allows you to prioritize your well-being and surround yourself with individuals who value and respect you. How to refuse to enable toxic narcissistic behavior. Identifying toxic behavior. To effectively refuse to enable a narcissist's toxic behavior, you must first clearly identify these behaviors. Understanding their manipulative tactics, emotional manipulation, blame shifting, and exploiting vulnerabilities to achieve their goals, will help you avoid their traps. Maintaining calm and avoiding emotional reactions. Narcissists provoke emotional responses to weaken your resolve and make you more susceptible to manipulation. Remember, their primary aim is control and power. Remaining calm and avoiding overreactions empowers you to maintain control of the situation, speaking up and decisively refusing. A powerful way to refuse to enable toxic behavior is to speak up clearly and firmly. Phrases such as, "I do not accept this behavior," or, "That is unfair and I disagree," are effective. Refusal doesn't require lengthy explanations or justifications. A simple, decisive statement suffices. Setting boundaries. When refusing to enable their toxic behavior, establishing clear boundaries is crucial. For example, you might state, "I will not tolerate criticism or abuse, and if this continues, I will leave the conversation." This protects you and sends a strong message that you will not permit their behavior. Resisting manipulation. Once you recognize manipulative tactics, don't fall for insincere apologies or sweet talk. Narcissists may try to evoke guilt to regain control. However, enabling their behavior only perpetuates the cycle of manipulation and control. Remember, refusal is your right and your protection. Prioritizing your well-being and setting firm boundaries are essential steps in safeguarding yourself from narcissistic manipulation. Seeking support from trusted friends, family, or a therapist can also provide valuable guidance and strength during this challenging process. Remember, you deserve healthy relationships and a life free from manipulation and abuse. Responding to attempts at control or attack by narcissists. Navigating interactions with narcissists requires a thoughtful and strategic approach. Avoid unproductive arguments. Narcissists frequently attempt to draw you into endless, circular debates designed to force you into a position of constant justification. They will rarely, if ever, acknowledge fault, instead preferring to deflect blame onto you. In such situations, the most effective strategy is to disengage from the argument, calmly maintaining your position without engaging in further debate. This prevents you from being drawn into their manipulative tactics. Employ measured counterattack. Should a narcissist launch a personal attack, respond by firmly but respectfully disagreeing without reciprocating the insult. A statement such as, "I will not tolerate this disrespectful behavior, and I will end this conversation if you cannot treat me with courtesy," effectively asserts your boundaries while preserving your dignity. This approach demonstrates strength and self-respect without descending to their level. Seek external support. Confronting narcissistic behavior can be emotionally draining and intensely stressful. When feeling overwhelmed, seeking support from trusted friends, family members, or a mental health professional is crucial. These individuals can provide invaluable emotional support, helping you regain your sense of self and offering guidance in navigating these challenging interactions. Remember that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness, and is essential for maintaining your well-being in the face of narcissistic manipulation. Professional guidance can offer strategies for managing these relationships and protecting your emotional health. Accepting the consequences of withdrawing support from a narcissist. When you refuse to participate in a narcissist's manipulative behaviors, expect a strong reaction. This might manifest as verbal attacks, character assassination, or attempts to induce guilt. It's crucial to understand that these reactions stem from their loss of control and are not a reflection of your shortcomings. Remember, their behavior is a consequence of their personality disorder, not a judgment of your worth. Maintaining strength and resilience. While navigating the challenges of disentangling yourself from a narcissistic individual can be difficult, refusing to enable their harmful actions is a vital step in self-preservation and upholding your personal boundaries. This act of self-respect can potentially lead to positive changes in the dynamic. Or at the very least, safeguard your mental and physical well-being. It's important to prioritize your own health and happiness. Seeking support from trusted friends, family, or a therapist can provide invaluable guidance and strength during this process. Remember that you deserve healthy relationships and a life free from manipulation and abuse. Your decision to withdraw support is a testament to your strength and self-awareness. And it's a crucial step towards a healthier and more fulfilling future. As you've witnessed, a single, well-placed question can effectively penetrate the carefully constructed facade of a narcissist. Don't allow yourself to be manipulated any longer. If you found this video insightful and helpful in understanding narcissistic behavior, please show your support by liking the video and sharing it with your network. Subscribing to the channel will ensure you don't miss future content offering strategies for protecting yourself from toxic individuals. We encourage you to share your questions, experiences, or personal anecdotes in the comments section below. We're here to provide guidance and support in navigating these challenging interpersonal dynamics. We value your engagement and look forward to assisting you in finding effective solutions. Thank you for watching, and we eagerly anticipate your return for our next video.